Hey there, all my PopCon peeps. Magic Man Rusty here. Once again, another live streaming episode of the Magnificent Seven, where we celebrate PopCon Indy's seventh year by spending 7 minutes with members of our greater PopCon family. And in the corral tonight, one of our many virtual PopCon 2020 special guests, an actor who is quickly becoming Hollywood's go-to badass. I'm your host, Rusty Ammerman, and our Magnificent Seven with Chad Michael Collins begins right now. I almost feel like I should call you Gunny.
You know, I've heard Gunny before.
I'll bet.
Whatever you want to call me, Rusty, is A-okay with me, my man.
Hey, well, thank you very much. First of all, thanks for being a part of this, and we are super excited to have you doing the panel and being part of Virtual PopCon and doing the meet and greets. We'll tell people how they can sign up for that here in a little bit. So here come the hard-hitting questions, the 60 minutes like questions. What do you secretly watch on YouTube? What's your go-to guilty pleasure on YouTube? Cat videos?
On YouTube, that's actually an easy one. I play a lot of Dungeons and Dragons. So Dungeons and Dragons is kind of like acting. You never stop learning. So I'm always watching, these really, really great players, dungeon masters who run games, because I've started to run games. So I'm constantly watching D&D videos to learn how to be a better player, to learn how to run games better, more smoothly, get ideas for the campaigns that I'm running. So I got to be honest, it's probably like 75% D&D videos on YouTube for me.
That is amazing. And you don't look like a nerd at all. That answer just made me happy. So as you play D&D, what kind of character do you typically, when you're not the dungeon master, when you're in the realm, what do you like to be?
I'm quite partial to the paladin, the holy knight, the good guy, the charismatic, knight, the sword and board, the protector, who also can, use a little bit of persuasion and a little bit of charm and a little bit of charisma. So I enjoy that. I'm a nerd when I play D&D. I'm the note taker. I like to interact with like the NPCs and ask the questions and interrogate the bad guys. So the paladin for me is he checks all the boxes for the type of games I like to play in.
That's a stellar answer. I love that. All right, so all right, now of course you're known a little bit for video games. Boy, you couldn't be more known for that. But are you a video gamer yourself, or do you prefer the board games more so?
I am. I'm a pretty equal opportunity gamer, man. I was playing Magic the Gathering way before it was cool. Like back in high school, I still play a lot of Magic the Gathering. So that's a card game. D&D, obviously the tabletop. We moved over to digital for quarantine. But I'm a gamer too, man. I grew up on Nintendo, Super Nintendo. So I still love going back, playing the retro games. I played Warcraft since they dropped it, World of Warcraft in like 2004. I've been playing a lot of Call of Duty, obviously, trying to get better and learn more about the game that I'm fortunate to star in. So I'm pretty cool. I am a fantasy RPG nerd, though, as you can tell by my D&D answer previously. So I do like the role-playing games a lot when it comes to video games.
Is it a little peculiar playing a video game and hearing you as you're playing?
I think it's more peculiar to see a bunch of dead bodies of me on the battlefield. So I'm more comfortable with the sound of my own voice than I am seeing just twisted versions of me blown up all across the battlefield and everything. And of course, I play as me, so there's a lot of dead bodies on the ground because I'm not the best player compared to most. So that's probably more off-putting than the voice stuff.
Yeah, some of these people play it like it's their job. In fact, for some people, it literally is their job. All right, so you have played a soldier or a tough guy in lots. I mean, I can't even go through all of these. So you got to play with some interesting toys. Of all of the weapons that you got to train with, which one was probably the most powerful, the most fun to shoot? Do you have any stories there?
Being a part of the Sony Pictures Sniper franchise, which I've done 5 movies over the last 10 years. It's been awesome. Me and Tom Berenger and Billy Zane. And those sniper rifles are no joke, Rusty. I'll tell you what, having to do take after take of wind sprints with a 35-pound rifle is it's not for the timid, man. I'll be honest with you. So, those things, even with like, shooting blanks out of a 50 caliber sniper rifle, it's loud. It goes boom. And so between running with those things and having that thing go off in your ear, that is definitely the biggest bad boy that I've ever had the chance to play with.
Okay, so let me follow up there. For us people that have never been in the industry before, these guns, of course, have been modified so they can't accidentally shoot real rounds, but
Right.
they still have the heft, however they modify them, however the gunsmiths do it. You got to make sure it can't be just a plastic rifle, because as an actor, you couldn't carry it correctly. So these weigh the same or close to the same as the real things, and you're doing all of this with this weight literally in your arms.
Yeah, I mean, you have to, and there's ways that you can cheat and do like a plastic or like maybe like a foam version of like an AR or something a little bit lighter, like a machine gun. But it's hard to fake a sniper rifle, excuse me, for the the weight and the heft of it and stuff like that. So that is those things are a lot different.
Yeah, the masses there. We've all seen scenes where people are pretending like they're drinking coffee, and you can tell by the way they're handling the cup. There's nothing in the cup, and it
right,
reads.
exactly.
I mean, it is, you can't, as humans we understand that, and it looks kind of different. So you've shot you shot the 50 cal before?
Yeah, I've like I said before, even just like a half load, like a quarter load blank in terms of reduced gunpowder.
Yeah,
those things still are loud and a beast. And I've had a chance to shoot some real deal things with some live ammo before, and I'll tell you what, you better put your head protector on, because you're because man, oh man, you're not going to be hearing anything except ringing for the next couple of days if you don't.
I heard someone describe it. They said when you fire a 50 cal after you pull the trigger, and for about a second, your entire body feels like you have the flu. just get you.
It's pretty accurate, actually.
Yeah, that is. Okay, so is there a typical junk food you go to? What's your guilty pleasure on junk food?
I'll tell you what, man, I'm not a junk food guy, really. I probably drink too much coffee. That's kind of a vice that I give myself. I do like to get a Belgian ale in me. That's about the closest thing I get to cheating on my otherwise pretty strict diet. But I'll be honest, there's some like paleo style almond flour, like cookies and crackers and stuff that I've been known to get in a couple boxes of those here and there, whatever. But for the most part, I try and keep it pretty clean, though.
Sneak those. And finally, the most important question: who of all of them is your favorite James Bond?
Ooh, that is a great question. I'm a really big Pierce Brosnan fan, and I thought he was excellent, even though those movies kind of underachieved and were not classic, Bond movies. I thought he was just so perfect for the role, though. Boy, oh boy, oh man, that is so tough.
No, I think it's
good. I love the old ones, and it's hard to argue, but I also really love the job Daniel Craig is doing. I really do. Yeah. I'm a big fan of his. Yeah. I mean, but out of the old ones, it's Connery or Moore. Oh, that's so tough. Let's go Moore. Let's just go let's swim upstream on that one.
Well, he certainly did a lot of them, but I think Pierce Brosnan maybe was cast a little too late. If he could have gotten out of that Remington Steele thing a little earlier, if they could have cast him, I don't know, 5 years, 10 years earlier, it would have been a totally different outcome for him there.
I think so.
All right, so let's review here. Sunday the 12th at 2 p.m. We're going to be doing a panel. I'm going to be honored to kind of host that and moderate that, so fans can join, ask all kinds of great questions like this, and then they can spend between 3 to 5. They can spend 3 minutes in a virtual meet and greet with you, and if they want to do that, they better run right now to popcon.us and sign up, because those slots are going to fill fast. Chad Michael Collins, a pleasure, sir. I will see you in just a few days.
I'm looking forward to it. My first time attending, virtual, real deal. Any time to get into Indianapolis, I'm all good.
Yeah, Indianapolis. Well, we're going to have you come here for real at some point, but we'll take the virtual Chad Michael Collins right now. So until then, everybody, live long and prosper.